Hey guys, so here's your stuff for Saturday, the 25th. We are going to do a little bit of, if you have barbell and some weights, you're going to do some heavier weightlifting, and if not, you're going to kind of stick to your dumbbell, kettlebell. You might have to stay at the same weight, more of like a conditioning, little kind of medium intensity lifting thing, and then a high intensity walk. So we got warm up, jumping jacks, 30 jumping, we're gonna go twice through, 30 jumping jacks are normal, inchworms, so you're gonna just get a good stretch out of each one of these. So you're gonna reach down, straight legs. So you're going to do a push-up at the bottom. You're trying to get a good stretch of the hamstrings. And then you're just going to do step-ups. Find your step. Over. Doesn't have to be hard. Alternate legs. Stand up all the way at the top. Or you're just warming up. It doesn't have to be very high. It doesn't have to be the same height that you're going to use later for the box. Just kind of something that gets the heart rate up. You're going to do 10. And then twice through, so you're going to get another round of that, maybe speed it up in the second round. So strength, you're going to be doing either barbell or kettlebell or dumbbell or med ball or whatever you got. So if you have a barbell with lots of like little weights to change as you go and build up and build up and build up and make it go to a max like we often would in class, then you're going to do a different timing than you're going to do if you have the same weight. So if you have the same weight, like say you have a bar or you have a dumbbell and you have one dumbbell or you have a bar with like 10s and that's it, then you're going to stick to the same timing every minute and a half, every minute and a half, every minute and a half, okay? So, yeah, so if you have, like I said, if you have a set amount of weight, you're going 10 sets of every 90 seconds. If you have weights that you can add to, then you're going to go 5 sets of that, and then the last 5 are going to be pretty hard. So if the weights are getting really heavy, you're going to go every 2 minutes. So just kind of keep that in mind. But if you're just kind of sticking to the same weight, don't want to bother with changing the weights every round, do every minute and a half until it's simple. Okay? So if you're doing barbell, you're going to be doing 8 deadlifts. These are going to start pretty light. So you're going to start, butt and shoulders are going to rise together to the knee. Keeping the bar close and just stand up tall. So working on, these aren't the heaviest of deadlifts, so you don't have to, but you can't get lazy with them because those will really kind of blow you up if you kind of just kind of get where they're like, the bar's kind of going out here, right? The back's going to be working harder, right? So really work on keeping them close, loading up the hamstrings. So tipping over to the knee, butt and shoulders drop together, butt and shoulders rise together, and then chest come. Okay? Then we're going to do power cleans from the ground, so there's still more deadlifts involved with that. So you're going to do 8 deadlifts, then 3 power cleans, so you're going to tip back down to the knee, butt and shoulders drop together, touch, butt and shoulders raise together, chest comes up to vertical with a little bit of knee bend left, because you've got to be able to jump from this position. And then we're going to get into a power clean. You're going to reset, back down to the ground, touch. Okay, for 3. Just make sure that you leave a little bit of knee bend. You're changing your deadlift a little bit from the regular deadlift. I just bring my chest up a little bit earlier on that power clean deadlift so that I got this little bit of knee bend left to be able to launch vertically. Okay? After your 3, then you're going to bring it down to back to power position, and you're probably going to go to either high hang or from the knee. Most likely it's going to be the knee because it's the last thing, but you're going to then hinge over to the knee, and then you're going to kind of repeat that last clean and just only from here up. So you're going to bring the chest back up to vertical, and then you're going to launch, right? And you're going to do 3 of those. So it's going to go 8, 3, 3, right? So that's going to really be a cardio lifting session. So it might not get to the heaviest thing ever, but if you are making it really, that's why we said if you're building up in weight, this is really going to gas you where you're going to need lots of time to break, right? Yeah, so if you have a set weight, you might just pick a weight that you think you can kind of do that combo, maybe adjust the weights a little bit. So like if you're your weights are really light, then it's like an easy 10 deadlifts and 5 cleans and 5 hang power cleans. Maybe you do that a little bit. If it's a little bit heavy, maybe you kind of lower the number a little bit. Yeah. So if you're doing dumbbell today or kettlebell, you're going to be following that every 90 seconds, and most likely you don't have more than one weight of kettlebell, so you're probably just going to do the whole thing at the same weight. Today when we do our stuff, we're going to be doing single leg deadlifts at the side. So they're not going to be a sumo in the middle deadlift, right? It's going to be at the side. So it's going to be here, okay? And you've got to keep your core tight and not let, this really wants to like twist people, right? So you're going to, maybe you got your feet a little bit narrow so your legs don't get in the way, but I'm working on keeping back straight, but also not twisting, right? And then I'm going to do hang power cleans from the side. Or sorry, power cleans from the side, from the ground. Okay, and then I'm going to do hang power cleans from the side. Often we do hang power cleans from the middle. We're actually going to work on, the whole thing today is about not twisting, right? So when I do it from the side, it really wants to like, you really want to kind of turn your body. So you're going to do everything on the one side, and then you can do everything on the other. So 8 to 10 reps of the deadlift, depending on your weight. 3 to 5 reps of the power clean, so from the ground to the shoulder, depending on your weight. And then 3 to 5 reps of the hang power clean, so from the knee to the shoulder, all on this side. And then you can switch arms, and it's all going to be on this side. So the deadlift's down here, the power clean from the ground to the shoulder, and then the hang power clean from there to the shoulder. So try not to switch to this between the legs swing like you do a lot on purpose, okay? So if you're doing a kettlebell deadlift, right? I find it has to kind of needs a little bit more space so it doesn't hit you in the leg. This might be a little more hard to swing, right? So I think that might need to be more of a centered. Okay, so I would just do for a kettlebell, for me, I would probably just do the deadlift at the side, and then the other ones I would swing from the middle, because I find the kettlebell really weird to swing out there. Yeah, if I only have a med ball, I would do just maybe the normal complex of just 8 deadlifts, 3 power cleans, 3 overhead, or maybe more reps if it's pretty light. So I just do deadlifts like this, and then I would do hang power cleans. Right, and on this one I'm trying to make sure that the ball doesn't spin. So you see the laces of the ball, right? I don't want to just curl it and have this ball spin on me, right? Okay. And then I'm going to do hang power cleans. Right, I'm trying to work on that extension and shrug without using my arms. Kind of let go a little bit, and then I catch in that receiving position. So if that's a really light, like say that ball for me, I'd have to probably double the reps or something to make it worthwhile. Okay. Yeah. So if you don't have any weight, I would just maybe like say squats and lunges and maybe push-ups. You know, follow those rep schemes. Pick something that's a body weight movement. Follow the every minute and a half squats, lunges, push-ups, and you're just kind of doing. As long as we're getting like a medium intensity strength building thing where you're not going 100% sprint, and then we're gonna kind of. The WOD is good because you don't have to worry about your equipment. So WOD, you're doing wall walks and box jumps, right? So you're gonna go 8 wall walks, 40 box jumps, 7 wall walks, 35 box jumps, 6 wall walks, 30 box jumps, and so on down that list. The last round will be 1 wall walk, 5 box jumps. Okay, so this is gonna be really hard. Wall walks, whenever we do them in a WOD, always get really tough. So you're gonna start chest on the ground. You're gonna get nose and toes up to the wall as far as you can. So start down here. The workout starts like this. You can push up, you can walk in. The rep is done when I get to the floor. Okay? So it starts on the ground, ends on the ground. I gotta get as close as I can. Some people, you don't have that comfort level of going all the way to the wall, nose to the wall. That's okay. Just make sure that you're sticking to a line, right? So sometimes in the gym we would mark a chalk line that you're kind of aiming your hands to reach. That's like, say, a couple feet away from the wall, or a foot away from the wall, or 2 feet away from the wall, whatever. Give yourself a target, right? So do a little practice run. Give yourself something that you got to hit, because we don't want to like start with, the really hard version, and all of a sudden we're just kind of getting further and further away, right? And just kind of guessing. If you like to measure that stuff. Box jumps. I'd like to stick to jumps, unless you don't have anything that's solid enough. But if you use your stairs, maybe you jump on the first or second step, or your deck, or whatever. And we just got to stand up tall. So it's going to be a 2-foot jump. Extend at the top, step down, jump down, whatever's safe, whatever feels good. So there's a lot of them. So obviously the pace is maybe not sprint, and those wall walks at the start are going to be really hard. But as you go, those numbers get a little smaller. And so this should be a tough one, sneaky tough one. So good luck with it.